Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. The long-awaited Chinook CH47F from DCS released today. Man, I can't really put this thing into words. It's so good. Okay, let's cut the music, take it for a spin. So, this is my first half an hour flying the Chinook. This video. I basically set the control axes up. Didn't really set much up for buttons, and threw it on a map. Hot start on the ramp, and got in it just to see how it'll fly. And that's basically where I started. So much about flying helicopters is the sight picture and the familiarity with the sight picture and the way that things move in your peripheral and just how your brain interprets all of that movement and closure rates, and that's just flying kind of by the seat of your pants, kind of by the back of your eyeballs. So jumping from helicopter to helicopter, it always kind of takes you a minute to adjust because all of that changes. Especially in a simulator when all you have is the visual picture. You don't have any of the other motion cues to work from. I have to say that just pulling into a basic hover, I wasn't used to the attitude at first. I should have trusted the instrumentation a little bit more, the attitude indicator. I pulled it back a little too far and had to push it back forward, so I kind of shot myself into outer space backwards. But yeah, it's surprisingly easy but responsive. So it feels very, very good. Like it has weight and inertia. So I do have all three of the main simulators that are kind of out there. I'm kind of I can't help myself. I enjoy them too much, so I like to fly all three. Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane 12, and DCS, and I've got the CH47D for Microsoft and X-Plane. This one's feeling really good. I mean, in true DCS fashion, right? They kind of step everything up just a notch when they do it. There's always some kind of ridiculousness or delay of some sort, but then when they deliver, they deliver. And I can't really wait to start putting it through its paces and really see what kind of performance numbers it can hit and what I can really do and what kind of failures we can encounter. And really see what it's capable of, especially in the altitudes of the Afghanistan map. I'll be honest, I've only glanced through the manual briefly so far, so I need to look into how the cargo weight works and try to figure that out, pull that menu up, and just see what else is out there. It only comes with 2 liveries, so I'm sure that'll change. But yeah, I'm really excited to kind of see what this thing can do. looking around the inside, so I'm in the Vario Aero, and this is the left eye mirror without the rectangle mask. So I only have to zoom in slightly to cut it out, but you can see the view's a little distorted. But so this is flying in VR, recording at the same time. It's no hiccups, and the textures and everything look great, true DCS fashion. I don't have the F4, the Phantom that everyone has raved about, but so far I would say that this has probably got better textures than the Kiowa, the latest one, but everybody seems to think that those aren't very nice, but I don't know, it looks pretty good. I think that this one looks very nice inside and out, texture-wise and mapping-wise. It's really, really well done. It's worthy of the flagship DCS screenshots, for sure. I did mention earlier that I have the 3 main sims and a version of the Chinook in each one, and I really feel like this one's flying the best. It has the best kind of feel and weight. It's the most up-to-date texture-wise, and just how it looks. Obviously, it's the latest version with the glass cockpit, so that helps in the advanced area, I guess, or for a modern aircraft, anyways. But it feels really good flying it. It feels really believable. It's got good weight and inertia, and I get what they're coming from, or what they're talking about for the early access AFCS. You still have to use the pedals to coordinate turns. I don't know if that's something that doesn't work yet in the DAFCS, or excuse me, or if that's something that is a feature that they turn on and off. I'm not really sure. I would always imagine that you would coordinate turns with the pedal anyways. But it is feeling really good in how it flies. I think it flies better than the X-Plane 12, the X-Trident version, the CH47D that they have, which I think that one flies better than the Miltech Chinook for MSFS. And just to say, I know DCS does force feedback really well, and I'm really excited to fly this with the Moza base that I ordered. So that'll be fun times to look forward to. Yeah, see, it's very sensitive on controls, just like I expect of any helicopter. I'm assuming that the fighter jet guys will be appreciative of that. It's fingertip control. That's pretty much every helicopter anyways. But it feels sturdy and it feels fast, but it doesn't feel like it's too easily oversped, or you're going to hit the limits too quickly. So it was nice. I could maneuver it and manage it in a dive. I didn't feel comfortable enough to get it down to treetop level yet in my first flight, but it felt good just maneuvering it around and getting comfortable with how it handled and how it felt. And I really like how it flies. It feels really good. I have never flown a tandem rotor helicopter. I'm not a CH-47 pilot. I'm really looking forward to. I know there's 2 guys on the forums that are also on YouTube that are CH-47 pilots. I think one is CH-47 driver. I think the other one is hooker. And I'm really looking forward to see what they have to say. And I'm curious also as their control setups. That really is so much too in flying sim helicopters. That's something that I talk about more often than not in my experience working on my private license, that having the correct control setup to go along with your home simulator is how you're going to get the most out of using that as a training tool or a training aid for helicopters. So if you're serious about it, then spend the money on a good one-to-one control setup, be that either something like Virpil or Komodo, or I personally like the Pro Flight Trainer Puma. And so far in my short little tour of this thing, just everywhere you look, it's just so well done. I haven't started flipping all the switches yet. That'll be something I start doing in the near future here, but just looking around and having a go, just a quick little flight, admiring it from a 5-foot distance, it looks spectacular. I'm really not that familiar with the Afghanistan map yet. I've only flown it a few times. I like to throw the OH-58 or the OH-6A on here sometimes and try to find populated areas and go exploring. So this was a heliport south of Herat that I just threw the Chinook down and went flying. I'll have to get into the manual and learn how to use the MFDs. Once I kind of looked at it briefly, I figured out how to at least turn on the instrument panel so that I could see my levels. Which, of the three on the right, I think that are engine controls or transmission. One of them was in the yellow for a little bit, so I need to figure out what they are and what they mean so that I'm flying within limits. It is going to be really exciting to see how the logistics features and that new side of trying to put that into the game is going to work, especially with the advancements in the dynamic campaign. I know it's always like a ways off, but it gets here sooner than you realize, and it's pretty cool. Like, I've been Flight Sim for so long, I forget the days of trying to download 40 megabyte add-on aircrafts over dial-up. So, it's not so bad these days waiting, 2 more weeks, right? No big deal. There definitely are some areas of the Afghanistan map that look really good, and some areas are kind of like, but it's early access again, so if they could really get some of the areas that are kind of met at the moment up to where some of the other areas are, it'll be pretty impressive, because there's some areas that look really good. things that I kind of always judge flight models on is how the helicopters slow down and come in on approach, descending for landing. That's usually where things kind of go haywire, and things tend to not respond correctly, or that's when I tend to notice them. So I was really happy flying this. Obviously, I've never flown something this big and powerful. I kind of see that the ground effect actually kind of caught me off guard, and I can kind of understand why you'd want to come in for a rolling landing with something coming down with this big of a cushion and having to push through that. But yeah, I was really happy with how it flew. So DCS again, it's like they do keep stepping it up. I was really happy with the Kiowa from Polychop. It's got a few little things that they need to keep working on. Will work out. This does too, but really impressive first half hour with this module. So I'm really happy so far. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the channel and the content, please like and subscribe. It does help support me and kind of keep me motivated. As always, be safe, be kind, and I'll see you in the next video.